Are you doing online workouts? Stay tuned. Welcome to this tutorial review on an over-ear microphone for doing online workouts or even doing content for your social media. If you're doing active content, so I'm talking about workouts, exercises, demos, along that nature, you might find yourself looking for an over-ear microphone that can work with your Rode Go. Now, if you are new to the channel or you haven't watched yet, I just recently did a review of the microphone, the lavalier attachment that I'm using right now. It's the Sony ECM LV1, and it works well with the Rode Go. A lot of people have the Rode Go, and you just see it clipped on the neckline. In my opinion, this is my opinion here, but it's kind of an eyesore. You see that thing on the neck here, and you're just like, what is that? Or what? Or if you know what it is, you're like, man, that's a big microphone. So using a lavalier attachment is great. It's clean. It looks professional in my opinion. And so taking this now to the next step, who can this work well with? I talked about already active workouts, and along the same lines is if you're doing online workouts and you're moving all around and all of a sudden you find your audio changing depending upon where your neck is, or maybe you're wearing a sports bra and you're wearing a t-shirt above it that it's clipped to one side. It's not a t-shirt where you can just put it at the neckline. Your audio is going to change no matter, or depending on how you are moving your head. So that's another case, especially on ground movements. You're holding planks, you're holding prone positions. And so this could be great for people like that. Now, I am going to say that this is not particularly my style. It's not something I would utilize for my workouts, but I work with instructors that this would be great for them. And this is why we're going to be going over it. Let's talk a little bit about the one that I purchased. This is from Plye-Pro. And the reason why I got this one is because, again, it works with the Rode Go. And in a bit, I'm going to swap out the lavalier that I have. But this one costs around $18.99. It comes with two windscreens. I am going to say that the windscreens are a little difficult to put on. Prior to getting ready for this, I tried to put them on and it just took me too long. And so I ended up just leaving them in the container. And if someone wants to use them down the road, they definitely can. It's a beige color, so hopefully it's a little inconspicuous for you. And it comes with a 3.5 millimeter jack and a 1 1/4 adapter. So maybe you might use it in a different capacity. And the cord that it comes with, I'll say it's actually a pretty good size. You could put it in your pocket just how I do, or you're clipping on your belt line, as many instructors that I work with do. So that is kind of the details of it. Let's now get to the demo and also talk about the comparisons. So I swapped them out and I got it plugged into my Rode Go, and I will say again, not my style, but as an instructor, this might be your style. It might be something that you look at because of all the things I mentioned before. If you're moving, you're side to side, and you want to keep that audio consistent, that might be a big reason that you consider a microphone like this. Some of the things that I would say, comparing it to the Sony ECM LV1, is that maybe you are going to tape it to maybe your cheek. That might be a good option for you just to make sure that this does not pop off your head. I moved around prior to pressing record and it feels pretty good on my neck. I will say that at no point did I feel like it was going to fall off, but there's always that just making sure, covering all bases when you are filming workouts. The next one is I would probably go for a setup where you have it maybe on the back side. So I have this, and you can see the cord here. It's in my pocket attached to the Rode Go. And I would probably do some type of configuration where it goes up the back, and so that you're not going to see this along the neckline. That would be my recommendation for utilizing this. With the Sony ECM LV1, you just clip it to my neckline, right where my t-shirt is right here, and you don't really see it depending upon what color that I'm wearing. Other than that, the audio, you can kind of hear it. It's going to be compressed when I film these. What I do is I put them in Adobe Audition. I put effects on them. So depending upon how you're using it with the Rode Go, there's going to be a little variance, but I think that it's going to work for no matter how you are, especially if you are putting effects on your audio. It's going to sound good. It's going to sound clear. And the big one there is you're going to keep that consistency. As I keep coming back to, you're going to keep that consistency no matter how much you move your head. It's always going to sound the same there, especially when you're doing workouts or filming content for social media. That has been it for this breakdown and review of this over-ear microphone. There is a link in the description. Those definitely help out. Anybody that clicks on it helps with keeping this channel growing and us putting out the same great content that we try to. Thank you for tuning in for this. Please make sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next one.